All right, this recipe we're making today, it's a pretty cool one. I heard about it from Kenji Lopez Alt, and he learned about it from a Serious Eats article that was written by Swetha Sivakumar. Essentially, you're using Alka-Seltzer to make a gooey cheese sauce. Queso. We're using the non-aspirin Alka-Seltzer, so make sure you read the ingredients. There should be no aspirin. You'll see like sodium bicarbonate, a citric acid, maybe potassium bicarbonate, but no aspirin. Essentially, when you mix Alka-Seltzer with water, it makes sodium citrate, which makes cheese gooey. I'm going to put a link to the article, which explains everything much better than I ever could. But what I can do is try it out, which is what I did. Watch the video. We're going to make a delicious queso. Let's dig in. Get started making this cheese sauce. We're going to start with a 1/4 cup of water, and we're going to add our Alka-Seltzer. 2 tabs. It's very important, according to the original author of this recipe, that we let the Alka-Seltzer fully dissolve. So I'm going to let this fully dissolve, not make you watch it. Otherwise, if you do not let it fully dissolve, it can make the cheese kind of bubble up. It can make it more difficult to mix. All right, now that our bubbling has stopped, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and I'm going to turn my heat on to low, medium low. Once the butter is melted, I'm going to start adding cheese, a little bit at a time. It might be foaming that it's hearing about. Hopefully everything's okay. That definitely looks foamy. I'm just going to keep stirring and hope that it goes down. It is. It's going down. So that's good. Already, you can see how that looks amazing. That's only a little bit of the cheese. I'm just going to go ahead and add it all. So that is about 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. I used Sharp, but it's just that pre-shredded stuff, so it's nothing super fancy. You could run into problems, I would imagine, if you used really, really sharp cheese. I don't know if that would work. But this appears to be working great. If all you were looking for was to make that gooey yellow cheese sauce, you're pretty much done. Grab some chips or a soft pretzel and start eating. Check that out. That is impressive. If, however, you want to make something a little fancier, a nicer queso, stick around. We're just going to prep a few ingredients and add it to our cheese mixture. We've got a simple spice mixture today of cumin, 1/2 teaspoon, chili powder, 1/2 teaspoon, and paprika, 1/2 teaspoon. We've also got a can of diced green chilies. As you might be aware, good queso isn't about just the cheese. Usually there's some other ingredients that go into it. We're going to start ours with some onion. We're going to saute this red onion until it's translucent. Add a little salt. Saute until translucent. These onions are translucent. Time to add garlic. After about 30 seconds, we're going to add our chilies and tomatoes. I'm going to reserve a small amount of tomatoes for garnishing at the end. Stir all this together. After about a minute, I'm gonna add our spices. Half teaspoon of cumin, half teaspoon of chili powder, half teaspoon of paprika. Stir it all together. Cook for another minute, and then we're gonna move on to our cheese mixture, and then we'll combine everything together. At the end, and make a beautiful, delicious queso. I'm gonna start adding the other ingredients: tomatoes, chili peppers, garlic, onion. I'm not gonna add it all though at first because I wanna make sure it's at the right ratio. That's about half a cup to quarter cup, because I think I made probably more ingredients than I needed. That looks amazing though. When it cools off, it starts to get a little gooier, like plumpier. So I'm gonna let that come back to temp. I'm sure the veg might have cooled it down a little bit. Time to do a taste test though. That is great. I'm also gonna add about a tablespoon of pickled jalapeno juice. I'm not gonna measure it out, I'm just gonna guess. Add a little acidity to this, a little brightness. I'm also gonna add another pinch of salt. Now you can taste yours and make any changes you feel are necessary when you get there. But I am super impressed with this right now, and I think we're ready to serve it. I gotta give it one more taste. Nice. That's delicious. Mine's not super spicy. If you wanted it a lot hotter, you can add more chili powder, some cayenne. You could add more chilies, hotter chilies. There are a lot of options here, but this tastes great to me.